1 to 3 Evelyn Turner, 68, started every morning with what she proudly called her super green ritual: a tall glass of fresh spinach smoothie, a sprinkle of chia seeds, a dash of lemon. She believed it was the secret to her strong heart. But a few months later, Evelyn was sitting in her doctor's office, stunned. Her arteries showed early signs of calcification, the very thing she thought spinach was protecting her from. "How can that be?" she whispered. "I eat healthy every day." And that's the moment most people realize something shocking. Even the healthiest food can turn harmful if you eat it the wrong way. See, spinach isn't bad. It's actually one of nature's most powerful greens, packed with nitrates, magnesium, and antioxidants that support heart health. But here's the twist most people never hear about. When eaten the wrong way, especially every day, it can quietly lead to something called vascular stiffening. In simple terms, your blood vessels lose flexibility, making it harder for blood to flow. And over time, that can mean higher blood pressure, poor circulation, even a risk of blood clots. The myth goes like this: if it's natural and green, eat as much as you can. But that's not how your body works, especially as you age. Your digestion, your kidney function, your calcium balance, all shift with time. What once healed you at 40 can start to hurt you at 70. And spinach, as wonderful as it is, contains oxalates, microscopic crystals that can bind to calcium and magnesium in your body. When they build up, they don't just affect the kidneys. They can influence how calcium behaves in your bloodstream, and that's where the problem begins. If you've been trying to do everything right, if you've replaced junk food with greens, taken control of your health, and still feel something isn't improving, you're not alone. The truth is, Evelyn's story isn't rare. In fact, recent studies show that a large number of older adults unknowingly consume too many raw oxalate-rich greens, thinking they're protecting their heart, but the body sees it differently. In the next few minutes, I'll show you what scientists have discovered about the right and wrong way to eat spinach, and how one small change can protect your arteries instead of clogging them. Because sometimes, the difference between healing and harm is just one mindful choice. For years, we were told that spinach was the ultimate heart protector, rich in iron, fiber, and plant compounds. A true superfood. Doctors, fitness gurus, and diet experts praised it endlessly. But here's what they didn't tell you: the way you prepare and eat spinach changes everything. When eaten raw, especially in smoothies or salads every single day, spinach's hidden compound, oxalic acid, can slowly interfere with your body's natural balance. You won't feel it at first. No pain, no symptom. But quietly, these oxalates begin to bind with calcium in your blood, forming tiny crystals that can stiffen your arteries over time. Imagine them like invisible sand grains floating through your bloodstream, reducing flexibility and flow. Over months, even years, this can make your heart work harder with every beat. That's the cruel twist, and the food meant to protect your heart can silently stress it instead. Here's why that matters. Your arteries are living tissues. They're meant to stretch and relax with every heartbeat. But when oxalates accumulate and calcium settles where it doesn't belong, that flexibility weakens. It's called vascular calcification, and studies now link it directly to the way seniors digest and absorb certain greens. Surprised? You should be, because most people never realize this connection until something goes wrong. Higher blood pressure, chest tightness, or constant fatigue that doesn't make sense. And yet the spinach itself isn't the villain. The problem lies in the myth that more greens always mean more health. Our bodies are not static machines. They evolve with age. Your metabolism slows, your kidneys filter less efficiently, and your ability to process minerals changes. So when a 65-year-old body receives the same daily load of raw spinach that a 25-year-old once handled easily, the balance breaks. You may still believe you're fueling your body, when in truth you're overloading it. Fascinatingly, research from European nutrition journals shows that people who consume raw spinach daily have higher urinary oxalate levels, a direct sign that the body is struggling to clear these compounds. And what your body can't clear, it stores. But here's the hopeful side. Science also discovered that the way you prepare spinach can make all the difference. Cooking, soaking, or combining it with certain foods can neutralize much of that hidden risk. We'll get to that in a moment. First, it's important to understand how your body interprets oxalates and why some people are more sensitive than others. Because until you see that clearly, the danger hides in plain sight, a mine inside the very food you thought was saving you. And that's where the revelation begins. Here's where the real story unfolds. Scientists have discovered that the impact of spinach on your arteries depends on what happens after it enters your body. Oxalates, those tiny natural compounds in spinach, are not always harmful. Your gut can handle small amounts easily. But when they build up, especially through daily raw intake, your body starts storing what it can't process. And that's where the silent chain reaction begins. When Oxalates meet calcium in your blood. They form deposits, microscopic crystals that your kidneys must filter out. Over time, these crystals can slip into soft tissues, stiffen blood vessels, and even interfere with how oxygen reaches your cells. In plain words, your heart-friendly smoothie might be quietly making your arteries harder, but the real revelation, it's not the spinach and it's your gut health and aging metabolism that decide how it affects you. A younger body, rich in beneficial gut bacteria like Oxalobacter formagene, breaks down oxalates easily. But as you age, antibiotic use, stress, or poor diet can reduce these bacteria, leaving oxalates free to roam. And once your gut loses that natural defense, even healthy foods start acting differently. Here's why that matters. Most seniors today unknowingly have a lower diversity of gut bacteria than they did decades ago. So while they keep eating clean and green, their digestion no longer provides the same protection. That's why two people can eat the same spinach. One benefits, the other builds calcium deposits. It's a fascinating, frustrating paradox. Evelyn from our earlier story learned this the hard way. Her daily smoothie habit wasn't dangerous because of spinach alone. It was dangerous because her body had changed. Her gut bacteria were weakened. Her kidneys filtered slower, and her calcium metabolism had shifted. Once her doctor ran tests, her oxalate levels were far above normal. But here's the hopeful twist. Within just 3 weeks of small dietary adjustments, her levels dropped dramatically. She didn't stop eating greens. She simply learned to prepare them differently. That's the hidden truth science is finally revealing. You can't separate what you eat from how your body has evolved to handle it. Food isn't just about nutrients. It's about context, timing, and balance. And once you understand that, everything changes. Because the same spinach that clogs one person's arteries can actually heal another's when eaten the right way. In the next part, we'll uncover exactly how to make spinach your ally again, not your silent enemy. Now that we understand the hidden risk, it's time to shift from fear to action. The good news is that you don't have to give up spinach or abandon your healthy habits. You just need to change how you eat it. Scientists and nutrition experts have identified several simple strategies that neutralize the harmful effects of oxalates, making spinach safe, even beneficial for seniors. First, cooking your spinach is a game changer. Steaming or lightly boiling reduces oxalate content dramatically, sometimes by more than half. That means the calcium in your blood no longer has the same opportunity to form damaging deposits. Next, pairing spinach with calcium-rich foods actually helps. It may sound counterintuitive, but when eaten together in the right proportion, calcium binds to oxalates in your gut, not your arteries, and is excreted safely. For example, adding a little cheese, yogurt, or even almonds to your cooked spinach dish can make a huge difference. Another powerful trick is portion control. You don't need gallons of raw spinach every day. A modest serving, 2 to 3 times per week, is more than enough to gain the heart protective benefits without overloading your body with oxalates. And here's a lesser-known tip. Certain nutrients can help your body process oxalates more efficiently. Magnesium, found in nuts, seeds, and leafy greens like kale, helps keep calcium in check and supports healthy arteries. Vitamin B6, present in bananas, potatoes, and poultry, also assists in breaking down oxalates safely. Here's why that matters. With just a few mindful tweaks, you can continue enjoying your favorite green, smoothie, or salad without risking vascular stiffening. It's not about fear or restriction, and it's about smart choices that respect how your body changes with age. Evelyn's story shows us the transformation. Once she swapped raw smoothies for lightly steamed spinach, paired meals with a calcium source, and reduced daily intake, her oxalate levels dropped, and her arteries began to regain flexibility. She didn't lose her love for greens. She gained control over her health, and the same can happen for anyone watching today. It's not complicated, but it does require awareness. That's the key takeaway for seniors. Your body has evolved, and your nutrition must evolve with it. In the next part, we'll break down the exact step-by-step methods to safely enjoy spinach, including recipe, timing, and portion tips, so that this superfood truly works for your heart instead of against it. Now let's get practical. Here are the exact steps you can follow to make spinach a safe and powerful ally for your heart. Step 1, cook it lightly. Steaming for just 2 to 3 minutes preserves most nutrients while reducing oxalates significantly. Avoid overcooking, which can destroy vitamins, but also avoid raw overload that stresses your arteries. Step 2, pair with calcium-rich foods. Adding a sprinkle of cheese, a dollop of yogurt, or some almonds ensures that oxalates bind in the gut instead of your bloodstream. This simple pairing turns a potential risk into a. Step 3, rotate greens. Instead of eating spinach every day, alternate with kale, arugula, or romaine lettuce. These greens are lower in oxalates but still packed with heart-friendly nutrients. Step 4, portion control. Seniors don't need 3 huge servings to benefit. 1 cup of cooked spinach 2 to 3 times per week is sufficient. Think quality, not quantity. Step 5, support your gut. Include probiotic foods like yogurt or kefir, and prebiotic foods like onions and garlic. Healthy gut helps break down oxalates naturally, reducing the risk of arterial buildup. Step 6, timing matters. Avoid consuming large amounts of spinach on an empty stomach. Pair it with meals that include protein and healthy fats to aid absorption and reduce oxalate stress. Step 7, Monitor and adjust. If you have a history of kidney issues or high calcium levels, talk to your doctor about periodic blood and urine tests to ensure your body is handling oxalates safely. Fascinatingly, these small adjustments can reverse the subtle changes in your arteries over time. Evelyn, for example, incorporated these steps into her daily routine, and within a few months her arterial flexibility improved, her energy returned, and her blood tests normalized. Here's why that matters. It's not about eliminating a beloved food. It's about respecting your body's changing chemistry and making informed, mindful choices. You can still enjoy spinach in smoothies, salads, or cooked dishes, but now it works for you, not against you. Remember, every mile toward health begins with one mindful choice, and this is the choice that keeps your heart safe, your arteries flexible, and your mind at ease. In the next and final part, we'll review the science-backed proof, share a real-life transformation, and provide a simple call to action that empowers you to make this change today. Now that you know the hidden risk and the safe ways to enjoy spinach, it's time to see the proof in action. Scientists and doctors have been studying seniors who adjusted their spinach habits, just like we discussed. The results are remarkable. One study followed adults aged 60-75 over 6 months. Those who switched from daily raw spinach to light steaming, portion control, and calcium pairing saw measurable improvements in arterial flexibility. Blood pressure dropped, circulation improved, and markers of vascular calcification stabilized. Fascinatingly, these simple adjustments worked faster than many medications alone. Evelyn's story mirrors these findings. Within 3 months of mindful changes, her blood tests normalized, her energy returned, and her heart risk significantly decreased. She didn't stop loving greens, she simply learned to respect her body's evolving needs. Here's why that matters. Too many seniors avoid certain foods out of fear, thinking the safe choice is to eliminate them. But the truth is, knowledge and small changes are far more powerful than restriction. You can still enjoy your favorite foods, protect your heart, and feel confident in every meal. So here's your call to action. Start with one step today. Swap raw spinach for lightly steamed. Add a calcium source to your meals, and pay attention to portion sizes. Track how your body responds. More energy, better digestion, and a lighter feeling in your chest are signs you're on the right track. And remember, you don't have to do this alone. Share these tips with friends and family, especially those in your age group. Every mindful choice you make isn't just about preventing harm. It's about adding life to your years. Finally, take a moment to reflect. Your body changes over time, and the foods that once healed you might need a little adjustment to continue serving you. It's not a limitation. It's an opportunity to grow smarter about your health. Spinach isn't the enemy. Ignorance is. By understanding your body and making informed choices, you reclaim control over your heart health and your future. So remember, Evelyn, and remember this simple truth. The difference between harm and healing is often one mindful choice away. Start today. Make your spinach safe and heart-friendly. Steam it, pair it with calcium, and control your portion. Share this video with a loved one who might be making the same mistake. Subscribe to our channel for more simple, science-backed tips to keep your heart strong, your arteries flexible, and your body full of energy. Wait. Every mindful choice you make now adds years of healthy living ahead. Huge servings to benefit. 1 cup of cooked spinach 2 to 3 times per week is sufficient. Think quality, not quantity.